Come on, man. Yeah, that's why I'm not a fan of that, because it's literally taking away the accountability. You know,
No, no.
it's regardless if the man is saying, if the man said this in the same scenario, if he says this is not what I'm on, but the two, it takes two people to do this, to communicate. So if this woman is hearing him say one thing, but he's doing something else, and you still continue to go about it, then at what point do you take accountability for it? You know what I'm saying? It has to be a joint effort and a joint accountability being taken. And
it
okay,
doesn't.
this
That was what I was trying to explain. At this point, this scenario is not even about the woman. It's about you as the man.
that was
So what I'm
about the
saying,
woman.
no, that's what I'm saying. If you say that you are a man of integrity, if that you are saying that you're a man of morality, if you are saying that you are a man of ethic, being ethical, right? All of those things have absolutely nothing to do with anybody else. This is the type of man that you're saying you are, right? So even if you're honest with the woman to say, I want to sleep else, even though you're being honest, you're not operating as the man who you say that you are by being ethical, by being moral in that regard. So it doesn't even have anything to do with the woman to say that she's with it or not with it. We're just talking about you. Just like if a woman is claiming to be a moral woman and she wants to sleep with you, the first thing you're going to say is she ain't moral. She slept with dude and ain't even her husband. So the same thing applies. It has nothing
Wait,
to
what?
do with
Wait,
the other person. It has everything to do with you as an individual saying, are you the person who you say that you are?
wait,
That's
go
really
go
what it is.
back, go back to you said that if you sleep with the woman, what you say about that part?
I was saying if a woman is claiming to be a moral woman, a woman of virtue, a
Okay.
woman of morality, right? And then she just goes and sleep with a dude saying, man, I find you attractive and I just want to sleep with you. I don't want nothing else. And she sleeps with him. What's going to happen is because she said that she's a woman of virtue, she's going to be judged on what she said she is. Her actions did not align with
I don't
who the
agree
type
with
of
that.
woman she said that she
I don't
is.
I don't
It's
agree
the
with that at
same thing.
all.
It's
I
the
don't
same
agree with
thing
that at
for,
all.
yeah, because you wouldn't.
That's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? Again, we are sexual beings. If this woman is single, you know what I'm saying, and the guy that she want to have sex with, a one night stand, whatever, is single, those are two adults having consensual sex. That
So so so
So
so
then
the
nobody
problem
should
is,
have any issue with body count then at that point.
listen, so listen to this. But the problem is, just like she heard his point, he heard hers. So at this point, she also he just like he said, I'm not looking for a relationship. She returned and said, I am.
One, I like to point out that I've been on mute this whole time, and I done heard that echo like 10 times. I just want to say that you heard it too, HD,
So,
because I think you was on
so
mute
we
too.
have been absolved of the crime. It's
We
between
have we have
mistaken
been absolved,
Viz
so
and Shan.
don't try and blame nothing on
no,
my. They be hating on my mic
it
today.
definitely ain't me, because I got a condenser, so it's only coming this way.
Well, I don't know, but I will say that the reason why he's moving righteously, because if he tells you he's something and then he operates as the thing he told you, that's righteous. Like he's not pretending to. Now I can see if he's saying something and doing something else, then those things don't line up. But if
He's
he's
honest but not righteous. That's what
That
I'm saying. Those are two different things.
that's not how
Look
it
up the
works.
definition between the two.
it,
Now,
if I
honesty is encompassed in righteousness, right? So if you're righteous, a part of righteousness is honesty. But both of those definitions are not the same. Look it up.
and the other thing is, I don't know how you assign in righteousness to celibacy, or because that it's philosophies that don't see anything wrong sexually with people exploring. So I feel like you're pigeonholing it into the way in which the paradigm and the religion that you operate under, or maybe the way your morality is set up.
Right.
Like there's cultural relativism to that too. It's a lot of different things that can go into that. That's what I'm saying. If somebody tells you who they are, they operate as the person they said they were. I think that's like
that's them being righteous is who they are. There's no games. They're not being phony or fake or none of nothing of that nature. It's them being completely transparent with you, communicating and say, hey, X, Y, and Z, and I'm giving you the option.
But
So,
he gave a great example in that video. He said, if I tell you I'm gonna rob you or kill you right after this show,
and you
I'm
stay
being
your dumb
honest.
ass and sit there still, then that's
I'm being
like, come on, man.
No, my thing is, so I mean, he don't have to leave. He said after the show, it could be all right. This part is over. Bam, I'm gonna shoot you. The bottom line is what he's saying is you can be honest with a person, but still be operating immorally. Like I could be honest, say I'm gonna go rob this bank. I'm not acting morally. And Marcus brought up a point. It's based on what society views, right? The social norms of what's considered ethical, what's considered righteous, what's considered right, what's considered wrong, those things. So, when you're looking at it from that perspective, from society wise, in terms of some of our basis is, like you said, depending on the religion you are, but even if you're Muslim, having chastity is something that's expected of both men and women.
Right.
In Christianity, chastity is something that's expected in both men and women, right? So if those are the societal foundations of what's right and wrong, right? And you're operating against that, then that still does not make you righteous just because you're honest.
So
Those
going
are different things. Because if that didn't matter, then body count, as much as y'all talk about body count, that wouldn't matter. And the reason I say that is because the difference is society says that is a problem with that. So women have to operate along those lines to be judged a certain way. But now y'all trying to say we're all two consenting adults. It don't matter. I'm being honest. Like all of those things. You're being honest, but you're not operating righteously.
So two things, and going back to the bank robbery thing. If you said you're going to rob a bank or whatever, the legend of Robin Hood, from the perspective of the poor, he was an extremely righteous person. From the perspective of the people that own the bank, of course, it was the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? So
back one example with you too, Dr. Kevorkian, from the perspective of his patients, when he said, "Hey, we're gonna terminate you based on your illness and the suffering," would he not be righteous by doing the service for society? Now you got it back, Viz. I just want to throw that extra one on there.
If you're judging by societal standards, then no, because there are certain laws that are in place that really they try to have laws in place to guide morality and behavior. So if according to societal standards, if helping someone commit suicide is against the law, then no, he's not operating in the way in which society expects him or her to, according to that law. Now, if it's laws that are based in or immorality, those are the ones that I think is different, because the morality aspect goes higher than man, so to speak. So when they had laws about slavery, laws about, those kind of things, those are immoral laws within itself. So you can't be wrong for operating against immoral law.
So you could argue that somebody operating that's like in severe pain and is struggling to live every single day, by you giving them euthanasia or helping them assist to no longer have that pain, you're morally doing what's right instead of this person suffer endlessly every single day, knowing that they terminal. I mean,
it depends on which religious doctrine you go by in that regard. Because a lot of people morality is guided by their religious doctrine. And according to any of the religious doctrine, and I'm gonna just take the main ones, which is Christianity and being Muslim or what have you, Islam, is that those two things don't coexist. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. So if that is your guiding light of morality, then it's still wrong.